Sup fellas, T27 here. I'm making this video on how to make a movement tray. There's so many different ways of making movement trays, but today I'm going to show you how you make a T27 movement tray. It's very easy and cost efficient, so let's go take a look at some of the materials we're going to need, and I'll walk you through some steps. Alright, the first item we're going to need is thick board. You can pick up a piece of thick board at an arts and crafts store in the framing department, or maybe even a framing store might carry some of this thick board here. I think the size is usually about 2x3. So you can pretty much have a movement tray for a whole army, or even 2 armies. So first item is thick board. Second, you're gonna need these wooden sticks. They're known as skinny sticks. You can find them at an arts and crafts store, or even Walmart. They might carry some of those. They sell them in a pack. I don't have the package with me right now, but I believe there's about maybe 80 skinny sticks in there. Then you're gonna need some glue. I use the jewelry metal glue because I know for sure it's gonna stick thick board when I glue the skinny sticks on to it. So that's the glue I use. I'm sure there's other glue out there that you may prefer, but I use this glue. Then you're gonna need some scissors, of course, and a razor blade, ruler, so you can get the measurements, or just to even make straight lines onto the thick board. Regular Elmer's glue, when you glue the sand onto the skinny sticks after they're placed onto the thick board. So the first step is to cut the thick board out. Make sure you get a nice big size. Next, you're gonna need a unit of your choice and place it on the thick board. I've chosen 50 night goblins for my choice. Alright, so the next stage you're gonna do is take your skinny sticks and place them around your unit like so, and glue them down onto the thick board. You might want to give a little extra space on the side and the rear. I do 1/4 of an inch on the side and a 1/2 inch on the back side. So it's up to you. You can give a little bit more if you want to. The reason for this is because you're going to want to have your models have enough play area when they're placed onto the movement tray, because sometimes a unit doesn't want to rank up properly, and you're going to need that little extra space for that reason. Okay, so now you're going to want to cut this portion out using your scissors. Alright, now that you have your movement tray cut out, the next step is to base the movement tray. So we're gonna take some all-purpose glue and the brush. We're gonna paint the side with the glue. So you just do one side and dip it into the sand layer, or you can sprinkle it on, whatever you prefer. Now we have all the sand / gravel on the sides of the movement tray. We just have to wait for it to dry and then paint it black. I was using Imperial primer to paint the edges black. Now all we have to do is wait for this to dry. Then we'll go over it with a heavy dry brush of Codex gray, or a dark gray for the matter. So I just went over the edges with a dark gray, a heavy dry brush with the dark gray on the edges, and next we will do a light dry brush with a lighter gray. I'm going to be using the dry paint Longbeard gray. Did a light dry brush with the dry paint Longbeard gray. And the final step is to get some grass on it. You don't have to do gray, you can do brown to make it look like dirt. But this is how I do my bases and my trays, so it's totally up to you. So we are applying the grass onto the edges of the movement tray. We're going to use the all-purpose glue paintbrush. And we're going to want to put the glue on some parts, the edges. We're going to do one edge at a time. So that way we don't make a whole lot of mess. Since I don't have a big enough tray for my flock, I'm just going to go ahead and just put it on like so. So I'm going to do the rest of the edges. You'll see the end result. Completed movement tray. Just make sure you leave enough space in between the unit so that your figures have enough room to play in. Make note of that. There you have it, guys. You should all know how to make a T27 movement tray by now. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer them. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll catch you all later. T27 is on.